This is the fifth in a series of videos aimed at helping guitar players understand how to read standard music notation. In the last couple of videos, we looked at rhythms in 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4 time, and in this video, we're going to look at 3/8 and 6/8 time. Remember that a time signature has two numbers stacked on top of each other. The top number tells you how many beats are in the measure, and the bottom number tells you what kind of note gets the beat. We looked at 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4 time signatures in the last couple of videos. In those time signatures, the bottom number is a 4, and that stands for a quarter note. So in those time signatures, the quarter note is the beat. Now we're looking at 3/8 and 6/8 time. In these, the top number tells you that there are either 3 or 6 beats per measure, and the bottom number, the 8, tells you that the 8th note is now counted as the beat. There are going to be 3/8 notes per measure in 3/8 time and 6/8 notes per measure in 6/8 time. And even though we're only looking at 3/8 and 6/8 in this lesson, you can also have a 9/8 and a 12/8 time. Notice that the top number in each of these time signatures is divisible by 3. That's because in these types of time signatures, the 8th notes are usually grouped in threes. When I write out the counting for 8th notes in 3/8 or 6/8, I'm going to put a number under each 8th note. That's because each single 8th note is a beat. And if I'm counting the beats out loud while I play, it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If an 8th note is one beat of playing in 3/8 and 6/8 time, then an 8th rest is going to be one beat of silence. As with any other rest, when I write out the counting, I'm going to put parentheses around any beat attached to an 8th note to show that the beat is silent, but it's still there. Here are some rhythms mixing up 8th notes and 8th rests. And remember that when we have rest, we want to mute the strings so that the string is silent during the rest. This first example is in 6/8 time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our second example is in 3/8 time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And this third example is in 6/8 time. This time, our first measure starts with rests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are two 8th notes per quarter note, so in 3/8 and 6/8 time, if an 8th note gets one beat, a quarter note gets two beats. A lot of times you're going to see a quarter note paired with an 8th note. Usually the quarter note is going to come first, but sometimes the 8th note will come before the quarter note. And here's how you write the counting out for those rhythms. And here's what they sound like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if a quarter note is 2 beats of playing, a quarter rest is 2 beats of silence. I'm going to write out 2 beats per quarter rest with each beat in parentheses. And these are some common 8th note and quarter rest combinations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 3/8 and 6/8 time, the dotted quarter note now gets 3 beats, and a dotted quarter rest is 3 beats of silence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're not going to see a dotted half note in 3/8 time because there are too many beats. But in 6/8 time, since a dotted half note gets 6 beats, a dotted half note is going to take up an entire measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A dotted half rest gets 6 beats, but you're not going to see it very often in 6/8. Remember that a whole rest can be used to show an entire measure of rest regardless of the time signature. So if there's going to be an entire measure of rest in 6/8 time, you're going to see a whole rest. Ties work the same whether you're in 4/4 time or 3/8 or 6/8 time. They're always going to connect 2 or more notes to create one longer note. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 3/8 and 6/8 time, you count the eighth notes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 16th notes are twice as fast, so you count those as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and. 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and. We covered tempo markings in the last video. Remember that a tempo marking can appear as a description, which gives you a general idea of how fast to play, and a tempo marking can appear as a metronome marking telling you exactly how fast to play. In 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4 time signatures, the tempo marking usually appears as quarter note equals something. In 3/8 and 6/8, and also 9/8 and 12/8 time, the tempo marking could appear as eighth note equals something or dotted quarter equals something. It's a little more obvious why you would see eighth note equals something in these time signatures because the eighth note gets the beat. But sometimes the tempo is fast enough that it feels like the dotted quarter note gets the beat. In this example, we have eighth note equals 90, and I've got my metronome set at 90. And here's what that sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this next example, we have dotted quarter note equals 90. And so it's still going to be clicking away at 90. But remember, we have 3 eighth notes inside a dotted quarter note, so it's going to be 3 eighth notes per click. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember that these videos are here to give you just an overview of standard music notation and music reading. To really understand how to read rhythms, you're going to want to start very simply with quarter notes, half notes, and build up from there. And if you're looking for a place to start or you just need some practice material, check out my guitar books. There's a link in the description. And that was your introduction to 3/8 and 6/8 time signatures. The next video is going to cover different types of repeat signs. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with more guitar tips.